Well, there is a contract for American people that is now being proposed here, and it is talking about issues for Americans like the economy, the border, law enforcement, intended to encourage candidates for president to focus on these specific issues rather than just partisan points. And we are pleased to have in one of the authors with us right now. He's a Texas businessman, co-author of the contract, Joe Penland Sr. Also alongside him, pleased to have Republican Congressman from Utah, a member of the House Committee on Education and Workforce, Representative Burgess Owens. Welcome in, gentlemen.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
I'd like to, the American contract for the American people, Mr. Penland, tell us what inspired this. We were speaking to two lawyers, and they were saying how divided the country is. You do this, I do that. When at the essence, we're all Americans. We're all looking for so many of, common things when it comes to our kids and our families. Tell us about the contract.
Well, the contract's about everybody in America because the debt affects everybody in America. But we have a special group of Americans that it affects even more. You have 68 million people on Social Security right now, and they know that Social Security is going to run out in less than 10 years. The Peterson Foundation said 9 years will take an automatic 21% cut. You have 10,000 people retiring every day on Social Security. So when that happens, you'll have 75 million Americans who have worked all their life and enjoying their retirement right now are going to take a 20 to 25% cut. That's un-American. Somebody needs to speak up for them. I'm retirement age, but it doesn't really affect me because I've been blessed. But this is what I'm talking about, is the debt and the other problems, but mainly this addresses elderly people.
Well, certainly something that, everybody's watching very closely, the inflation that's run away under Joe Biden, his disastrous policies that have hurt so many people, and really the American dream, like you said, for elderly, but also young people losing prosperity. Congressman Owens, we talk about young people. Biden wants to buy votes by offering free stuff, but somebody pays. Those federal judges block parts of Biden's student loan forgiveness plan, less than a week before it's supposed to go into effect. The White House is saying, oh, of course the DOJ is going to appeal this. But, to kind of dovetail off of, they're trying to say it's Republicans trying to stop them, but to dovetail off of this, prosperity notion, the spending's got to be in check here, Congressman.
It does, and let me just start off by saying thank you to Americans like Joe. This is really what it comes down to. Our Constitution, our country, our culture has always been based on how can we have empathy for those who are trying to get to where we are if we're part of the middle class, and how can we continue to expand that middle class. And what you see with this contract is a promise. Think about everything our country stands for. Our Constitution was a promise. We had something called the Commitment to America when we first came in my first term. Very similar to what Joe's put together here, and just common sense stuff. Is make sure our borders are safe. Is make sure that that our kids have an educational choice. Is make sure those who we've given promises to, whether on Social Security, that we keep our promise, and then making sure that that the future generations can continue to benefit from what we call the American dream and American promises. So I'll just say this: I'm thankful to Americans who are engaged, come up with great ideas, and the more we can show American people, no matter what side of the aisle we're sitting on, that we can come together with certain themes and work together on it. That's how we really begin to move forward as a nation, and we forget about the partisanship that sometimes seems to divide us. But to the point of with Joe Biden, he's not doing things that's going to help our country. He's adding on to the debt. We need to have a change, my friends. We need to have a change and bring together Americans so we can figure out how to pull our country back together and have a more hopeful future.
I think the debate stage, there'll be a lot of talk about that. I'm not sure Joe Biden's record will be a future most Americans will want to sign up or continue on that path. Final thought to you, Mr. Penland, there, as Americans will be watching this Thursday with a big choice. Very different realities await us.
Well, yes, ma'am, it does. Everybody's going to be paying attention to this debate, and rightfully so. We need a strong leader in Washington. This country needs a strong leader. We are the world superpower. We need to continue to be the world superpower, and we have to have great leadership. And thank goodness we have a lot of good congressmen and senators that go to work every day that care about their district, their state, and this country. They don't look at just one neighborhood. They look at it as the United States of America. And I'm afraid we're a little short-sighted in Washington right now. We got blinders on. We're not taking and
Yeah.
account for the whole 338 million people.
And we got some college kids that need to be broken from this indoctrination. Congressman Owens, I'd like to have you back because I know you wrote a letter to Northwestern about the partnership it is having with Al Jazeera. There's a lot of concerns about anti-Semitism erupting, so we'll have you back, sir, to talk about that. Appreciate you both. Joe Penland and Congressman Owens.
Thank you. And
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you, buddy.
Yep, we'll see you, Congressman. Thank you.